Hello everybody, it's the Wagapai's Q&A and today we have a guest star, Yvonne. She's lived in Seoul for 4 years now.
4.5 years actually, to be exact.
And you're from?
I'm from the Philippines originally, and I'm here as a university student.
Alright, so let's go to the questions. How does internet speed affect your life? It does. Yeah.
The Philippines, we have super slow internet, and coming from Korea, it's like there's something missing in you, you know? It's like you can't use the
You feel disconnected
right,
from
exactly.
the world.
It's like YouTube, you can't even watch YouTube. You have to wait, I don't know, 30 minutes to let like a full 10-minute video load. So
how much influence does K-pop have on daily life? Is it like everywhere and everyone knows everything, or just is it like a niche thing? So it's very ubiquitous, it's the word?
Yeah, ubiquitous. It's everywhere. As a foreigner, a lot of people, especially Koreans, they assume that I automatically like K-pop because I'm a foreigner.
Most foreigners come here with this like emotional attitude towards K-pop, right?
Especially if you go to, or if you know anybody from, you know, a language school, and most people from, or students from Southeast Asia, they really come here because they're very, very passionate about K-pop.
Are foreigners in Korea popular, like in China and Japan?
I don't know how to approach this question.
People are interested in foreigners. They're excited to talk to you.
They look at it as an opportunity to learn English because, no, it's true though. Learning English in Korea is really expensive. So having a foreign friend, especially from an English-speaking country, is a luxury.
In Japan, it's pretty much similar. The difference is that people in Korea are a bit more direct. They speak more directly than the Japanese
like
people.
what you said, they're less shy, right?
Yeah, so you have more interactions with Korean people than with the Japanese people. What do people in Korea know about Poland? Everybody knows the opening game of the World Cup. Korea played Poland and Poland lost, so everybody I know is like, Poland, okay, sorry for beating you.
In the Philippines, one thing we know about Poland would be Pope John Paul II. Right.
And you learn about him in school.
Yeah, we learn about him in school, and where he's from. Everybody has to know where he's from. And I can't pronounce it. That's the thing. I don't want to say.
You pronounce it Wadowice. It's pronounced Wadowice.
Wadowice, Poland.
If you had to spell it, you'd probably get it, right? Have you picked up any Korean habits? Bowing, speech habits? I got into the Korean drink pouring culture. It's pretty cool.
You'd be the elderly.
Okay, so I'm the older, so I'm
older. Okay.
You're older.
I'm older.
Okay, you're older.
I'm older?
Like on my heart?
No.
Like this?
Yeah, you put it, usually you hold your elbow like this to support the weight of your...
okay, so...
Of your...
this looks clumsy, okay,
yeah. So... And then I drink.
And when I drink and you're older, I have to
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to look away from the older person. Okay, and I have to... this is very bad. Okay, so I have
I'm the older person, so it doesn't matter.
So I have to put my hand like this, right?
Well, if you are the younger person, yeah.
I'm younger. Sense of this is that they used to have like
that
sleeves.
Long sleeve.
Yeah. I don't know if this explanation made anything clear. I've heard that Catholic Church is developing in Korea. Is it true? Catholicism is the main religion in Korea, or one of
Christianity.
Christianity. Yeah, because it's Protestant more than Catholicism. Yeah.
Catholicism.
I mean, there's many people in Korea who don't declare any religion, I think, but within the group of people who identify themselves with a religion, Christianity is the most popular one, just a bit more popular than Buddhism. Korea is considered to be world capital of esport. Players are popular as much. As an example, football in Europe.
You want to take that?
Yeah, I can say it's not what you think, really. Like, people like to see Korea as this crazy country famous for electronic sports. It's popular, it's more or less seen in the public space, but it's not like sports in the West. No. What are the least foreigner-friendly places in Korea? What do you think? I mean, for you it's difficult to answer because you speak Korean.
Right.
For me, the language barrier is what defines a non-accessible place.
And I feel like because I don't really fit in the kind of Korean standard for foreigners, I don't have blonde hair, I don't have blue eyes, so I blend in much easier than the rest of, foreigners from the western part of the world.
For me, the least accessible place in Korea is any taxi.
Taxi?
I hate taxis in Korea, really. Taxi drivers try to rip me off.
Yeah.
Maybe I just look like a sucker, but
I would say the least foreign-friendly places in Korea are the informal places, like the markets. Especially if you're a person like Chris, let's say if he would go to a, let's say like just any market, and he would try to buy something with no particular set price, then there's a chance that they're gonna give it to him at a higher price just because he's a foreigner.
it's not a huge problem. So it's not something you should be worried about. It's a really nice and welcoming country for everybody. Favorite? Oh, this is. I have no idea about this.
Favorite Korean cosmetics brand. I have two. First one is this new makeup company called VDL. Their foundation selection is also pretty huge. That's one of the problems I have in Korea. I'm considered to be like the warmer tone, and there's not a lot of choices for me because most Koreans have really light, bright skin. And VDL, you know, it hasn't been a problem for me. The other one is Clio, and I think they're under the makeup brand Crayola. Crayola is this huge SFX special effects makeup brand, also just, you know, regular cosmetics brand, and that really attracted me.
And what kind of cosmetics are popular in Korea?
And you can't find them outside of Korean Asian countries. Snail cream.
Snail? Yeah.
Snail is a thing here, and I personally haven't used it. They're actually quite expensive. Another thing that's really popular in Korea are V-line creams. So they're supposed you're supposed to apply them to your jaw. You know,
do the V-line shape of the jaw, which
so
is
kind of just remove the fat along your jawline.
Because this is one of the more popular cosmetic surgeries in Korea, right?
Right.
To do the V-line.
If you don't want to go under the knife, then you have the option of using a V-line cream.
And that's what why people do like these type of gestures for selfies, like
this
something
V thing.
like this. Yeah.
It's supposed to, you know, make your face smaller. The illusion of having a smaller face. That's why they do this.
What's your top favorite places in Seoul? Or places everyone should go to on their Korean trip?
Myeongdong. If you like shopping, then definitely Myeongdong should be in your list. Also, I suggest visiting one of the parks in Korea. The really famous ones, the Seoul Forest. There's also the Seoul Grand Park. If not parks, then definitely the river.
I like Honda, which is like a university area with lots of partying. It's pretty cool to go and see the Namsan Tower, I think. It's a very touristy thing, but it's like this huge landmark. Like if I take the camera, we can see the tower just on top of the mountain there, and this is like the symbol of Seoul, I think, right? It's a tower that you can see from basically any point
of
in the city.
Also, it's not a thing yet for foreigners, but I suggest visiting just one of the many top universities in Seoul, because Korea, especially the ones in Seoul, they have beautiful, beautiful campuses. I feel like they're a tourist attraction on their own. Like it turns into this huge park where everybody can just go in, take photos, and just relax.
One more thing I would recommend is going to a fish market. I love fish markets here. I have a strange question. How about people who are into typical Poland food? I mean, I don't like fishes or seafood. Korean barbecue? Oh my god, this is the best thing you can have in your life. Are you going to learn Korean, Japanese, or Chinese?
Do you want to learn Korean, Japanese, or Chinese? I think that should be the question.
Yeah. I have a hard time deciding which language is better to start learning now. Korean or Japanese, because I think Chinese might be like the journey is a bit too long for me at my age.
At your age. You make it sound like you're 50.
The thing is, with Japanese, there's a lot of people learning Japanese, and knowing Japanese doesn't really make you unique in any way. With Korean, I think it's a bit more unique. It's a bit more interesting, and also speaking economically, I think Korea is on the rise, and Japan is kind of like stagnant.
Well, I already speak Korean, but if I were to choose between Japanese or Chinese, I think I'd go with Chinese actually. Chinese would be the next important language to learn.
Excluding Tokyo, which are your favorite places that you've visited in Japan? So excluding Seoul What's the best place in Korea?
I like hiking. So recently I just went to Sokcho and I hiked Soraksan, which is I think the highest or tallest mountain in Korea. And yeah, the place is amazing. Sokcho is popular for Soraksan, but if you're not into hiking, you can just also go to the beach, Sokcho beach, or if you don't like to go to Sokcho, you can just go to another nearby beach, which is called Naksan Beach. And I'm from Cebu. I have really high standards for beaches.
Okinawa is very cool. It's got completely different feel than main Japanese islands.
How about Kyoto?
Kyoto,
I would want to go
it's
to Kyoto.
very beautiful, but it's a bit too crowded. It's just the problem in Kyoto is the people. It's just so crowded. But there's a lot of like unnamed places in the Japanese countryside that you've never heard about, and they're just ridiculously beautiful. You can go to a random town in the middle of nowhere and see the best looking sights of your life in a completely random place in Japan. Kasha's not here, but I'm pretty sure I know what she would say, and this would be Yakushima, the like Princess Mononoke style island. It's got this like Japanese buzzing nature, you know, like wild and mysterious spirits of the forest type of feel.
That's what Kasha's into, huh?
Yeah, she likes spirits.
She likes spirits.
Is it hard to live in Seoul? Do you have to earn a lot of money to live on an appropriate level?
Korea is really not as expensive as people think, right? Especially if you compare it with
to Japan, it's like there's a huge difference in price. So how much do you think you should have for like a month of living here?
A month of living here, well, say $500 on lodging, $300 on food. I'd say you'd be able to live well with around $1,000
per month. It would be difficult to live in Japan for that. It would be doable, I think, but it would be like a bit extreme.
You wouldn't have a social life with $1,000 in Japan, I assume.
Alright, thank you guys for watching the Wagapai's Q&A. I hope you liked it. You can follow Yvonne on C channel, which is the... this doesn't look any good. I'm gonna link this, so don't worry about it. It's C channel, it's this Japanese platform we're working on together, and she makes very cool videos about food in Seoul. So if you haven't seen enough food in Seoul on the Wagapais, there's this. And be sure to subscribe to our channel too. Bye.